A $1 million reward has been announced for information into the fatal fire at Sydney's Luna Park almost 5 decades ago. The blaze erupted inside the popular Ghost train ride at about 10:15 p.m. back on Saturday, June 9, 1979. 6 boys and a man were killed. Police blamed it on an electrical fault at the time. There are claims, though, the fire was deliberately lit and was linked to Sydney's underworld. New South Wales Police Minister has asked for anyone with information to come forward.
Well, this afternoon I'm joined by Commissioner Fuller and senior members of detectives of the New South Wales Police Force to announce that the New South Wales Government will be offering a $1 million reward to any significant information that the public may be able to come forward with relating to the tragic fire at Luna Park. On the evening of the 9th of June 1979, Sydney changed forever with the loss of those 7 lives at the Luna Park fire. It has been an ongoing concern to the New South Wales Police so far as the investigation, and they have never given up in making sure that the victims of this tragedy the families of the victims of this tragedy have closure. I'm delighted that the government has seen fit to offer a $1 million reward. It is appropriate given the public interest in this investigation. Of course, the passage of time has made it just that little bit more difficult for us to get evidence, and that's why I'm appealing to members of the public. If they know anything, even if they think that they've passed it on, please come back to the New South Wales Police and offer up any information they believe may be related to this incident. We wait, of course, for the ABC to provide us with the information that they gathered in their investigation, and I'm obviously disappointed that it's taken this long, but I'm certain that whatever is presented will be of use to the New South Wales Police. I'll now hand over to the Commissioner.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Minister. The New South Wales Police Force thanks the government for providing the $1 million reward into the Luna Park fires. And whilst it happened some 40 years ago that New South Wales Police had not given up hope in terms of getting to the bottom of the cause of this fire, we know that 7 decent people lost their lives. And the commitment today shows that New South Wales Police Force again has a history of not giving up. We've got experienced investigators working on this matter, but it is crucial that if there's any fresh information out there, you provide it to police directly or through Crime Stoppers. We are waiting for additional information from the ABC. Now, why that's important that we get that information unedited is that it could speed up this investigation significantly. So whilst we're waiting for that information, the investigators certainly aren't sitting on their hands, and they're reviewing thousands and thousands of files that go over inquests, NCA investigations and other inquiries into this matter. So I'll now ask Detective Superintendent Danny Doty to come forward, please.
Thank you, Commissioner, and also I'd like to thank the Minister and the Government for the $1 million reward. Just to provide some context, it was 10:15 p.m. on the 9th of June 1979 when a fire broke out inside the Ghost train ride at Luna Park at Milsons Point, and that structure was completely engulfed by fire, and most tragically 7 lives were lost, and 6 of those lives were young boys, and the 7th life was a man who was the father of 2 of the boys, John Godson, and 2 of the boys were Damien and Craig, who were only just young toddlers at the time. The other 4 lives that were lost were Waverley College students, and they were with other friends, Jonathan Billings, Richard Carroll, Michael Johnson and Seamus Rahilly. And there was other survivors there, remember the night very well, and then there were some brave actions by passersby and employees. There was an investigation that's been run during that time that led to an inquest. That inquest, the coroner revealed that the cause of death of those 7 lives was the fire through carbon monoxide poisoning and burns as a result of the fire, but the actual why and how the fire started was undetermined. And as a result of that, over the 4 decades or so, there's been a number of investigations. There's been a number of internal investigations, and to date, we still there's question marks in relation to how that fire started. As a result of that, in April, under Section 83 of the Coroners Act, the State Coroner wrote to the New South Wales Police Force for a review of this matter. and the matter has been run and led by the Unsolved Homicide Team at State Crime Command, with other members of State Crime Command and other police. There's a large volume of information that has to be reviewed. We've commenced that already. However, there's still a lot more to do. There's months and months of work to do, and there's more information that needs to be obtained. And part of this appeal is so we can get fresh and compelling and significant information that may be able to assist us with this review, so we can go back to the coroner, hopefully with some answers. And we implore people who have information to come forward. It's not always about the money, which is a large and significant amount, but it's about doing the right thing for the family so they can have some answers.